Welcome, everybody, to Strangest Species Season 2, Episode 23. I am back, your host, Mike Davis, here with your wonderful co-host, Ethne. How you doing?
Oh, doing good.
Good. And so, here we are. We're actually recording in the morning time, which never happens.
That's kind of awesome.
It's definitely different.
It is. For many out there, it is Veterans Day.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And for Canada, we call it Remembrance Day. So happy Remembrance Day and Veterans Day. And just thank you to all those out there that serve our countries and keep us safe.
For sure.
That have sacrificed so much.
Good call. So, Ethne and I have a hard out today. So we're going to have to be streamlined in our episode. But I do have something I want to play for you.
Okay.
It is I scrapped together some buddies of mine, and they made a theme song for us.
Okay, cool.
So it is a full-length song, like 3 minutes long.
Wow, okay.
So if you don't want to listen to the whole song, come back in like 3 minutes. But are you ready to check this out?
I'm so ready.
Into Stranger Species today. Host Mike Davis got tales that sway. Our brains ignited tales you won't believe. This podcast like magic you'll receive. Ethne's voice as smooth as silk. Her stories give my spine a chill. Bizarre creatures in every tale. Twists and turns that never fail. Strangest species, tune your ears. Mike and Ethne conquer fears. From the weird to the truly strange, your mind forever rearranged. Chats to alien fun. Ethne's smile can light the night. Each episode's a funky flight. In the world of the unexplainable, Mike's wit makes all so relatable. Ethne brings the sparks and fire. Podcast got that edge desire. Strangest species, tune your ears. Mike and Ethne conquer fears. From the weird to the truly strange, your mind forever rearranged.
Nice.
What do you think about that?
That was awesome. It had a little like Daft Punk
I had a little Daft Punk
kind of feel.
Made me feel like after the chorus, it makes me think of Night of the Roxbury.
Yeah, totally. It made me like move and
Yeah,
shake.
I
I
know.
liked it.
You were dancing over there.
I was.
So those are from our buddies.
What, buddies?
My buddies.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like when we start it, we need to start with that. And then when we end it, we need to end with that.
Yeah, maybe I could fade in and fade out with
Yeah.
that.
For like
No, that took me about 30 seconds on AI.
15 seconds. Well, that was good stuff.
Yeah. That was pretty fun. I was messing around with some websites and I just put in a little prompt and that's what it made.
That's
I
awesome.
actually made multiple ones, but that was Sammy and I's favorite.
Oh, yes. This is, how we pass our work time.
Yep. So, but yeah, that was fun.
That is fun.
Right, what do you want to talk about? What are we going to talk about?
We
I don't care
are
what you want
going to talk about something strange.
Yep. Very strange today, actually.
It's going to be about something long ago.
Okay.
And it's going to involve some people.
Hey, well, you got the people part right. You got the strange part right. No, all of these things are current.
Oh, okay.
So today we're going not into a specific story. We're going to talk about strange festivals and sports.
Okay.
Strange ways that people pass their time.
This should be great because I already know of some weird stuff.
Well, you might have to teach me then. No.
I mean, I've never been.
Right. Well, we'll see if any of these pop up.
Okay, let's find out.
So we're going to start with festivals.
Okay.
We got a few of them. Then we'll jump to some strange sports.
Okay.
Okay. So the first one is the Baby Jumping Festival.
Baby jumping.
Yes. What do you think of when you hear Baby Jumping Festival?
Well, babies can't really jump, human babies, but maybe animal babies?
Like a kangaroo
Sure.
babies?
Or cat babies maybe can jump. Cats are pretty good jumpers. I don't know.
Very good jumpers.
My brain says, I'm picturing humans holding babies underneath their arms, and, I don't know.
What if you took human babies and lined them up on the road and jumped over them?
Oh, like you jump over babies?
Yeah. That'd be a fun festival, right?
I feel like it's kind of messed up.
Well,
Is that really what you're talking about?
that is really what we're talking about.
Are you kidding me?
No. I'm not
So
kidding.
adult humans are jumping over baby humans?
Correct. But not just jumping over baby humans. The adults are dressed like the devil when they do it.
Why?
Well, why not?
I mean,
Sounds
why?
fun.
I feel like my question's more valid than yours.
I mean, it sounds like a thing to do on like a Sunday afternoon. Get all the village babies, line them up,
what
and jump
country-
over.
Where are we at here?
So we're going to go to
know.
Spain here.
Okay.
El Castillo de Murcia.
Yes,
It's an annual event called El Colacho.
of course.
That is, it actually has a lot of religious symbolism to them.
Okay.
And so I don't want to make fun of it too much, but it is really kind of funny on face value.
Like, are these babies screaming or crying? Or-
Probably some of them are, because, I mean, who wants to lay down on the ground when you're a baby?
How does the baby get chose, or is it like
All the babies in the village.
a volunteer? It's every baby in the village.
Yes.
Is there an age range?
Under one. If you were born since the last El Colacho, you have been chosen.
I just have so many questions. This is so bizarre.
Well, let
Okay,
me go through some of it.
Hold on.
Okay.
Babies that are over 6 months are mobile. Like they can crawl often.
You want to put those ones at the front of the jumping when you have more energy to be more nimble. And then the easier ones at the end when you don't have to worry about them moving so much.
Okay. This is crazy. Okay.
So this festival dates back to the 1600s.
Okay.
It is believed to symbolize the cleansing of the newborns from original sin, thus protecting them from harm and bringing blessings of health and happiness throughout their lives.
Is what religion would this be? Like?
Well, so it's funny. Definitely Catholicism, but it is not specifically, the Catholic Church does not run this, but it is a cultural thing that has sprung up from Catholicism throughout the years. All of these people, for the most part, are Catholic in
Very
these
interesting.
rural Spain, right?
Yeah.
So, you have grown men that dress up like the devil. Well, you dress up as El Colacho. I don't know that Spanish word, but they symbolize the devil. But they wear bright yellow and red costumes with really scary masks,
This is terrifying.
and they run through the streets. and they may seem scary, but like I said, the point is to symbolize the devil. So they want it to be scary. And then they lay all these mattresses out on the ground in the main street, and they lay all the babies out there that were born in the last year. And then the devil run and jumps over each one of them while holding whips or sticks. And that symbolizes driving away evil spirits.
So you jump over each baby individually?
I think you have to jump over all the babies, yeah.
Or can you do like 3 babies at one time?
Well, depends how good El Colacho is.
Is there
If
only
he's in
one?
shape or not.
Is there only one El Colacho?
And it sounds like there's lots of colachos.
So is it the parents of the babies that
I
are
don't think
dressing
so.
up like devils?
Maybe sometimes.
Is it like a clergy person?
I don't know who gets to be El Colacho. I don't know if you have to audition for it or...
You audition for? I'm sorry, I'm trying not to laugh. How
Yes.
would that audition look?
Be scary to babies.
But then you
They
also
bring in
have
a
to
baby.
be nimble, so you have to practice jumping and show your jumping skills.
Yeah. You have to be scary and nimble.
Speaking of jumping skills and nunchuck skills, it's the season of cheesy Hallmark movies. This is a total little side note.
Yeah.
And for those of you that remember Napoleon Dynamite, he was actually in one of the movies that we decided we were going to attempt to watch last night.
Yeah, we watched... Well, your daughter and I watched it just fine.
Oh, I fell
You
asleep.
fell asleep.
Shocking.
But it is hard to see John Hader in not Napoleon. Because our daughter was like, that's not him. Like, that is Napoleon. Just wait till he talks. Like,
Yeah, you can.
And
Is
he
it
kinda-
Hader? John
yeah.
Heater?
Hader? Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
H-E-D-E-R.
Anyway, it was just... Anyway, so speaking of skills, I was just thinking of his baby jumping skills.
I bet Napoleon Dynamite would be an amazing El Colacho.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, I think he would.
With his moon boots.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, did you see that dance?
Many times.
Okay, sorry. Going back on track.
Yeah, we gotta get through these, Ethne.
That's fine. We're back on track.
So, like I said, while it's funny to us, it really is. It holds a lot of sacred
Yes,
symbolism
I know.
to
That's
them.
why I'm trying not to laugh.
And most religions have all sorts of crazy things they believe in, and even if you're not religious, there's all sorts of crazy stuff you probably believe in that other people always find interesting.
Yeah.
But anyways, that is the baby jumping festival.
Okay.
There is also a drummer boy that beats a drum to accompany El Colacho to make it a little more intense.
Oh, yes.
Because scary masks and costumes aren't enough.
Because this won't make babies cry at all.
No. It'd be sad if you were born, like, you missed it by one day. And you're like almost one, and you're maybe a little more, I don't know if a 1-year-old could still be
Terrified?
more than a 2-week-old, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The 2-week-old has no idea what's happening as long as they're not being hurt.
Right. But no babies are hurt in this festival.
Well, that's good.
Just evil spirits. That's all that is hurt.
Yes. Because babies have so many evil spirits.
Well, not in this town.
Okay.
Okay, next one. We're going to go to this country twice because it's the best. What country is it?
Spain?
Nope.
Canada.
Nope.
Oh, Japan.
Japan.
Oh, Japan
yes.
has the craziest festivals.
So this next one, I would be shocked if you had never been to this one
Okay, well, let's
when you lived there. This is the Saidai Ji Ayo Festival.
Saidai G? Oh, I don't know.
Ayo, the Naked Man Festival.
Festival. I definitely haven't been there.
I doubt that. So this is held annually on the third Saturday of February at the Saidai Ji Kanen in Temple in Okayama.
Okayama. Okay.
Now, Ethne, for all of our listeners, what is Japan like in February?
It's cold.
Is it a good time to be naked man or a bad time to be naked man?
I don't know exactly where it's held. The further south you go, obviously, the warmer it is. In Hokkaido, there would be snow, but wherever they're at,
I don't know where Okayama is. I'm not familiar.
And so where I live, I mean, it's like a cold, humid, kind of damp, to the bone.
I know when I was there, I had a bunch of hoodies and they were useless.
Yeah.
Because the humidity just...
Yeah, so being a naked man, but I'm sure that it's kind of like our idea of a polar plunge, you know? They probably get to be naked and then jump into an onsen, so... they're
Ex-nay.
No onsen?
No onsen.
Oh, really?
Which is a hot bathtub kind of thing.
Yeah.
So this festival dates back over 500 years to the Muromachi period.
Muromachi.
About 1510. And it celebrates purification, good fortune, and bravery.
How come it's only men?
Well, I don't know.
Why can't we do the Naked Women Festival?
It probably is now.
Just kidding.
So, what do you think happens at the Naked Man Festival?
Oh man, they do so many funny things. Let's see.
Again, this was back 500 or 700 years.
Right.
600 years.
Seeing how quickly you can undress and redress festival.
That'd be interesting. So, this festival starts with about 10,000 men.
Wow.
Wearing only white fundoshi and tabai. Do you know what those words mean? I don't either. The traditional Japanese loincloth.
Oh, yeah.
And the cool split toe socks like in Ninja Turtles.
Just picture a sumo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dressed like a sumo. Correct. So at midnight, they go to this temple. All 10,000 of these, not really naked guys, mostly naked. It's kind of a misnomer.
That is a misnomer.
But at midnight, there's a temple priest stands on an elevated platform and throws a shingi, or a sacred stick, into the crowd.
Mm.
And then when it's thrown, the men fight to try to secure the sacred stick.
Oh.
And whoever gets it receives 1 year of good fortune and prosperity.
Wow.
That's your prize. So essentially, it's like a religious fly-up.
It's like 10,000 men fighting for a stick?
Well, they throw multiple sticks.
Oh, okay.
One at a time, but there are a number of sticks that will be thrown throughout the evening.
So interesting.
Lincoln would love this game. He loves fly-up.
Yes.
I would do well because I'm a foot and a half taller.
He also was a sumo wrestler one year for Halloween,
That's
and he
right.
would love to probably dress like a sumo wrestler.
Yeah. So I think my height would help me out here.
Probably so. Yeah, you're like 2 whole feet.
When we went to Japan, we stayed at a
Above.
traditional onsen one night, which is like, it was like a hotel with a built-in hot spring, and they gave me my kimono, and it was a sumo size, and it still wasn't anywhere near. And like the doors,
The length of everything.
yeah, the frames go to like my shoulders of the doors.
You have
I
to like duck
it
into
and everything.
Yeah, it was great.
Like Tokyo is fine, but the traditional stuff, very small.
So small.
Chisai, that means small.
Yes, it does.
So, it does get very rough. It gets very intense, and there is a large crowd watching, cheering them on.
Perfect.
So, like, you would cheer me on to bring our household a year of prosperity,
Yes, I would.
as I'm out there naked, fighting for my stick,
Not naked.
almost naked. Okay.
Okay. This is great stuff.
Yeah. All right, our next one, the cheese rolling festival.
Ooh.
Where would you have it? What country do you think has a cheese rolling festival?
Maybe Ireland?
Good.
Scotland?
Good. You're in the right ballpark. So it is England.
England?
But
Okay.
United Kingdom, you're over there. So this is an annual event held at Cooper's Hill in Gloucestershire, England.
Gloucestershire?
It's like Worcestershire,
Yeah,
but with a
Gloucestershire.
GL at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Gloucestershire?
Gloucestershire, England. Sorry, English people. I'm an American. So this event dates back probably to the early 1800s. No one knows exactly.
This makes me feel sad. Like, you can't waste good cheese.
They don't waste it.
Oh, good.
But the English have become pros at rolling cheese.
Mm.
They're the best
Are they?
at rolling cheese down a hill.
And what is the purpose of the roll? Like, just to win? To be the one in the front?
Kind of.
To be the best
So-
roller?
This hill, Cooper's Hill, is insane and at times gets all the way up to 45 degrees steep. The slope on it is 45 degrees.
It changes?
Sure, the no hill is like perfectly straight, right?
Oh, at times throughout the course of the hill.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah. It doesn't change like throughout the time of day or
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, well.
No, it's steady in that sense.
Okay, well, this is the way it was worded. I was like,
But like if you go down a hill with like a 6% grade in your car, there will be a sign that tells you. And
Yeah,
this
yeah.
hill gets to 45, which is insane.
that's very steep. Yes.
So if you took a right angle, a 90-degree angle, and you cut that in half, that would be 45.
Thank you.
Well, I know you know that, but we might have some geometrically challenged listeners.
Oh, my. I thought it was for my sake, but it's for everyone's
for everyone's
yes,
sake.
of course.
I don't like geometry. It's my least favorite of the maths. Well, I don't like trigonometry, which feels like a subset of
It
geometry.
is totally a subset of geometry.
I enjoyed calculus actually the most. I was terrified of it, and then I really liked it.
Yeah, you're like my granddad.
So, this is what you do. on this big hill. So they take a 9-pound wheel of double Gloucester cheese, or however you say that,
That's a lot of cheese.
and they roll it down this hill.
It's a lot of cheese.
And everyone lines up, they push it, and then everyone sprints. And you're trying to do two things. You're either trying to beat the cheese down the hill.
Your cheese or anyone's cheese?
No, just the one big cheese.
Oh, the one big cheese.
Trying to beat the big cheese down the hill or catch the big cheese.
Oh, wow.
But obviously at that speed and at that angle,
yeah.
you're falling,
I want to watch this.
I'm sure it's on YouTube.
I really want to watch this.
Well, you can watch it later. I'm sure
Yeah.
our children would also like to watch it.
Yeah.
If you get the cheese, or you're the first across the line, you win the cheese.
Yeah.
So the cheese doesn't get wasted.
Good.
The winner gets all 9 pounds.
That's a lot of cheese.
Yeah.
How do you eat that much cheese? Then you'd have to just share it with
Yeah,
everyone.
you
that
probably
can
share
eat
it with everyone else.
Yeah.
You make some macaroni. I don't know.
I don't know either.
But that one sounds fun. Okay.
We could roll down our Cougar Gold cheese,
Not now. It's because it's only half a wheel.
but it's in a tin,
That's true.
so you could still roll it. It
Yeah.
wouldn't roll very evenly.
It'd probably fall over now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, next time.
That's famous cheese where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no cool competition like that.
Not that we know of.
Not that we know of. All right. This next one, we're going back to Japan.
Okay. Love it.
Okay. So for the next 5 to 7 minutes, we're going adult content. So if you're a wee listener, just beware.
We'll keep it as clean as we can.
Yeah. It's not dirty. It's just,
Okay.
just give them fair warning here. This is the Kanamara Matsuri Festival.
Okay.
You been to this one?
No.
No.
Nope.
Surprising as well. In English, it would be called the Festival of the Steel Phallus.
Okay. Perfect.
Yes. So this is an annual event held in Kawasaki,
Okay.
which I know Kawasaki.
I know where
Motors.
Kawasaki is.
Where is it?
It's kind of centrally on the main island of Honshu.
Well, I'm surprised you haven't been to this one then.
I haven't.
Not shockingly, this is dedicated to fertility, safe childbirth, and good health.
Safe childbirth
Mm-hmm.
with a steel phallus.
Well, the steel phallus is
Like the trophy that you get.
okay. We'll get through.
I don't even know what's
If you
happening.
have the safest birth, you get a steel phallus.
Yeah.
They line up all the women who are due.
Gosh.
No, that's not how this works.
Okay, well, you never know.
So this is typically held on the first Sunday in April.
Okay.
So it could coincide with Easter.
Yes. Yes, it could.
And the whole festival centers around phallic imagery.
Oh my goodness.
But why? Why have a whole festival around phallic fun? So you have to get the history here to understand it.
Because I don't know.
So the Kanamara Matsuri traces its origins back to the Edo period
Okay.
from 1603 to 1868. Little history lesson for you. So according to the legend, a demon fell in love with a young woman, and he hid inside of her body. She tried to get married, and during the wedding night, the demon that was hiding inside of her bit off the genitals of her husband. So then she got married again, and the same thing happened. So then it was like, this is a real problem. We got to get this demon out of there. So then she went to a blacksmith who made an iron phallus for her. And they used it breaking the demon's teeth, thus exorcising it from her body. Now, obviously, that iron phallus is a symbol of protection and has evolved into a shrine there of prayers for fertility and blessings for smooth childbirth. All about that demon, man.
So they got the demon out
They got the demon out
by breaking its teeth?
with the iron wiener.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
The iron wiener is really a sweet, loving thing that brings peace to childbirth.
It's a very roundabout way of getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's directly there, now that you know.
Okay.
So the modern Kanamara Matsuri is very lively and vibrant. Participants parade through streets with phallic-shaped portable shrines called mikoshi. So you can make your own little penis shrine. to parade around town with.
Perfect. This is not weird at all.
This is
But
why-
everyone's has to be iron.
No, I think there's a nice iron one at the shrine, but you can make yours out of paper mache or whatever you want for the parade.
Yeah. Are the
I wonder if they have the first graders all make, ones to put in or
part of the festival?
yeah, to get the whole neighborhood,
The whole city.
whole city.
Yeah.
It also includes nowadays a vast array of phallus themed souvenirs, sweets, artistic sculptures.
Wow. Just wow.
Yeah. So shockingly,
Just leave it to
is
Japan.
a very popular tourist event.
Shockingly. I mean, yeah.
So I think it's a beautiful
Yeah.
homage to
Oh.
fertility.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I mean, I understand there are some people who would go with a more base approach and think it's funny because all like the penis references. But
Definitely
I think
not.
I think it's a
We
beautiful
should
thing.
go there as a family.
Next Easter.
No. April 1st.
Okay.
Is it kind of ironic that it's on April Fool's Day?
Well, it's the first Sunday,
Oh, the first Sunday.
which could be our daughter's birthday some years. That'd be a fun thing for her.
Yeah, take her for her birthday.
Yeah.
That would not be weird at all.
Okay. Sweet. We got plans. Okay.
I
This is
can't
our
even.
last festival.
Okay.
Then we're going to get to some sports.
Okay.
The Battle of the Oranges.
Ooh, it sounds fun.
Sounds really fun.
Yeah. I like oranges.
What do you think you do with the Battle of the Oranges?
Like a snowball fight, but an orange fight.
So we had a funny conversation the other day about the Stanford Cardinal mascot.
Yes, we did. I was very confused.
So Stanford is a university in California whose mascot is the Cardinal, not Cardinals, no S, but their mascot is a pine tree.
Yeah, not a bird. Not a red bird.
So we had to look it up. And the mascot Cardinal actually comes from the red, not the bird. Hence why there's no S. They're the Stanford Cardinal because their colors are red or cardinal. And then the tree came along somehow.
But the tree makes no sense because
no,
the
it
tree
still
is
makes
green.
no sense. I agree.
So I still can't follow.
So when I hear Battle of the Oranges, the reason I brought that up, it makes me think of Syracuse, whose mascot is the orange.
Oh, maybe it is more of like a
But
rival
I don't think
school thing.
it's like a orange you eat because they're in upstate New York, and there aren't a lot of oranges in upstate New
Oh,
York.
it's the color. It's
Well, their
literally-
mascot is an orange, so it makes some sense, but I don't believe that's where the name originated.
Hmm.
If you were the Florida Oranges,
That makes
that
more
makes
sense.
sense.
Yeah, because there's tons of oranges from there.
it'd be like, we're the New York City cattle herdmen. Like, no, you're not. Like, that's not a thing in New York City.
But I mean, I guess it sounds like you can kind of make up whatever you want.
Yeah, but the
'Cause you
Los
can be
Angeles,
the Cardinals with a Christmas tree.
yeah, the Los Angeles
Cardinal.
Lakers definitely have no lakes.
Yeah, I mean,
But they
might-
didn't start in LA. That's why
Oh.
they started up in the Midwest.
But I mean, the Cardinal one is weird.
yeah. Anyways,
Okay.
none of this has anything to do with this. It just made me think of Orange, Battle of the Orange. It's college basketball season. I thought of Syracuse.
Okay.
Sorry. So this is a very vibrant festival held annually in Ivrea, Italy.
Okay.
And it also traces its origins back to some folklore about a popular Italian uprising in the city.
Oh.
So the event commemorates a 12th century rebellion against a tyrannical feudal lord.
Oh no.
You hate tyrannical feudal lords. So there was a daughter, young Violetta.
Violetta? I
She was
like
the daughter of a miller in town who resisted the oppressive lord's demands, ultimately beheading him and sparking a revolt. And so that act of defiance inspired the people to rise up against the oppression, symbolizing freedom and resilience. And the Battle of the Oranges is thus a reenactment of sorts of this historical rebellion. Here's the caveat. They use oranges to represent the weapons or symbolic ammunition against tyranny.
So the oranges are a symbol. They act as a symbol of a weapon.
So what do you do with a weapon? Or what do you do with bullets?
You throw them or shoot them or... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm picturing like a snowball fight.
This is a giant food fight with oranges.
Yeah. Yeah, this would be fun.
Except oranges would hurt like a... Yeah.
Is it whole piece? Like a literal whole...
Full oranges.
Like navel orange?
Yep.
Or like a cute
Nope.
little...
Like oranges.
Ugh.
It's like a battle in the street for days, throwing oranges at each other.
Yeah, that's terrible, actually.
Yeah, it sounds like it really hurt.
Yeah, but also be delicious.
I mean, if you're just like, I'm dead, I'm laying on the ground.
I would just
And
actually
then-
try to catch them. Not throw any. Just catch them
Well,
and then eat them.
Well, sure. But even when we have like water balloon fights with our family,
Though they sneak up on you.
yeah, you're trying to catch one and you have 3 other people throwing them at your
Yeah, and they
head from
hurt,
the other
too.
direction. Yeah. So the Battle of the Oranges is constructed as a competition between the arancieri, I don't speak Italian, sorry. Those are the orange throwers on foot and those riding in horse-drawn carts.
Oh.
So the cart team represents the feudal lords, guards. The I'm trying to think, what would the Russians call this? The bourgeoisie? No.
Bourgeois.
Anyways, I can't think of
Bourgeoisie.
my...
Yeah, that sounds right.
Anyways, and then the townspeople are on foot. So each team has specific colors and uniforms. So that it has kind of this historic pageantry that's evolved over the years. It's 3 days. Thousands of participants and spectators gather in the main piazzas to watch the teams throw and dodge oranges in a spirited clash that fills the streets with both color, energy, and probably some blood.
So I think what we need to do is a follow-up podcast on all the injuries that have happened at these specific festivals.
That would be good.
Like,
Yeah.
anyway.
You know, so your sister and brother-in-law want to make a podcast. They should do like Strangest Species 2.0, where they follow up on the themes that we talk about
That's
and then expand further on like the stupid parts or the funny parts.
That's actually a good idea.
So obviously you have to bring in oranges for this
I mean, I would assume so.
because you would run out of grocery stores pretty quick, right? Because what kind of store has that many oranges? So they bring in over 500,000 kilograms or over 1 million pounds of oranges.
That's insane.
That's a lot of oranges.
That's a lot of waste. I feel like everyone needs to eat them all
Yeah. So why oranges?
because they're delicious.
The cool thing is I don't know why they use oranges.
Well, then why are you asking me?
it's a segue. It sets it up.
Oh.
You'll never notice this. If you go through my scripts, see these bold parts?
Yeah.
These are questions that I pre-planned to ask you to set up things.
Oh, oranges because they're juicy and sticky
Maybe.
and
And then I
delicious.
say, I don't know why, actually. Originally, they used beans,
Beans?
which
Like
are more
green
bullet-like.
beans?
No, I think like, pinto beans or
Oh,
lima
like
beans.
okay.
Then they switched to apples at some point in history. And then in the 19th century, oranges came to represent the stones that were thrown at the king's castle. And they used oranges ever since.
That is bizarre because those are not really smooth transitions.
No.
It's like the bean
And I don't know. I
to
mean,
the apple.
I'm not familiar with much of Italy at
to the
all.
orange.
But I don't know if citrus fruit grows there.
I don't
Like,
know.
are oranges something you have to bring in from afar? Or are they... Is there some region around there
There
that...
must be a region I would
I would assume so.
Yeah, I
Because
would
even
assume
like
so.
just above us is British Columbia, Canada, which in your brain you're like, oh, snow and mountains and blah, blah. But there's huge swaths of peach country up there.
Oh yeah,
Which you would never think.
tons and tons of peaches.
So I'm sure there's probably something like
Oh
that.
yeah. Anyway, it doesn't seem like a very smooth transition from beans to apples to oranges, though. Like it does seem strange.
Maybe soon it'll be like watermelons.
Oh
We
yeah.
just keep going bigger. Well, or like coconuts.
No one's gonna die from those at all.
No.
No. 'Cause
Maybe-
those aren't hard as a rock.
Yeah. Maybe you go up to like a mango next.
I wonder if we should go back down. Like, kind
It'd be
of
hard to throw beans.
full circle. Yeah, it'd be much nicer.
Maybe mandarin oranges like you thought earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, but those are definitely not regional to Italy.
I don't know.
Maybe like a clementine. Are those?
Isn't that kind of the same thing as a mandarin orange?
No, they're different.
What about a kumquat? Those are the itty bitty little ones,
Ooh,
right?
a kumquat's perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
Solved it. Or lemons. Lemons are all over the place.
Lemons would still hurt though.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, that would still hurt.
Yeah, you need fleshy lemons,
Yeah.
not that thin,
Right.
natural ones.
Right.
You need the GMO ones.
Yeah. The fake ones.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, we're going to move on to some sports here.
Perfect.
This next sport, or the first sport, the next thing we're going to talk about, I think one of our children, our middle son, he would be a world champ at this.
Okay. I don't want to know what it is.
Chess boxing.
Oh. Okay. You like move a thing, and if you kill somebody, you punch them?
Kind of. So it's an unconventional sport, shockingly,
Okay.
that is challenging because it combines the mental challenges of chess with the physical intensity of boxing,
Okay.
which would be really hard, right?
Yeah.
To have to do something so mental and then switch something so physical and then back to something. So this is how it works. It's played in alternating rounds where you do a round of chess first, and then you do a boxing round, and then you go chess and boxing, chess, boxing. So it's 11 rounds, 6 of chess, 5 of boxing.
Huh.
I have to turn my page.
6 of chess, 5 of boxing.
So each round of chess lasts for 4 minutes. So you play chess for 4 minutes.
Okay.
No matter of turns or whatever, right? And then when the timer goes off, you start a 3-minute boxing round.
Okay.
And when that goes off, you go back to 4 minutes of chess. Just pick up where you left off. And when that goes off, you go back to 3 minutes of boxing.
So you don't start brand new again.
Nope.
You continue on with your game. Oof. What is the point of this?
Well, it'd be, I mean, in all honesty, it's a pretty dang cool idea. Because I think after like the 3rd round of boxing,
Yeah,
you're so physically exhausted.
Right, your
You've been
brain
hit in the head like 4 times.
Yeah.
You're tired as all get up, and now you have to go back and try to figure out your
How to
moves.
checkmate.
Yeah.
Yeah. This sounds terrible.
And so the match continues until one of two things happens.
Okay.
Either you get a knockout in chess, or in boxing,
I was going to say, I don't know if any knockouts.
or a checkmate.
Okay.
So the two traditional ways. If neither of those happen, it is a draw at the end. There's no like overtime or.
Seems so interesting.
Yeah.
Like combining two so polar opposite things.
But I think it's really, really cool.
Yeah.
Just because, yeah.
I mean, I understand the cool factor. I'm not a big into watching boxing.
I'm not big into watching boxing either, but I mean, it'd be funny if you did this, like, not with chess, but with like a spelling bee. Like extreme spelling bees. Where you have to like do a spelling bee and then go have like a slap contest and then back to the spelling bee.
And then it would be extreme spelling.
I think way more people would watch the National Spelling Bee if the kids had a fight in between each word.
Sure.
Or not even a fight. Everyone sprints.
Not
Like it's like track in spelling bee. So you do track and then you go run the 100. And then your word, then you go run the 200. And then you run the 110 hurdles. And then you get a long jump. Just bam, 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 bam.
Oh my gosh. I mean,
Make it way more interesting.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So while fascinating, and I'd never heard of it, it apparently is pretty dang big.
I've never heard of it.
There are global championships held annually in places like London, Moscow, New York.
Wow.
There's professional leagues.
Wow.
I looked it up, and there was a league out of England, and it was like Max Mad Dog something versus Iron Fist, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, wow, this is intense. Like the heavyweight championship of chess boxing.
Chess boxing, huh? I like it.
I wonder if they put they smoke a pipe while they're doing chess and then put it down.
Yeah.
And they have to look sophisticated while doing the chess. And
we
then,
should present this idea to our middle son and see what he thinks.
Yeah.
If he thinks he likes the idea of it.
Yeah. I mean, he loves chess.
Yeah.
He's in a chess club. But he's also very athletic.
Yeah.
He's not really a fighter, but he's very athletic.
That's what I mean.
Very physical.
So.
All right. We've got 2 more sports and then we're done.
Okay.
We're doing good on time. I have to pick up a child from practice, so we can't be late. All right, this next one is the sport of flunking.
Flunking?
Dwyle? Flunking.
Flonking.
Yes.
With the O? Flonking?
Yeah. Like you flonk something?
Yeah. Because I know what that is.
This is something that would come straight out of like Hogwarts.
Yeah, or something.
Yeah.
Somewhere weird.
So it's more of a game than a sport, really. But
how are you spelling Dwyle?
Dwile.
Dwyle?
Flonking. 2 words.
Dwyle
flunking. So this is a traditional
saying it makes me laugh.
British drinking game / sport.
Okay.
Which obviously, based on its name, that is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So in Dwyle flunking, you have players from 2 teams, and the game's main piece of equipment is the Dwyle. which is a cloth or a rag soaked in beer.
Oh.
And then the cloth is attached to a stick called the dribbler.
Okay.
So you have a stick, think of a broom handle. That's the dribbler.
Yes.
And you've got a rag soaked in beer. That's the dwile. And you stick it on the end of the stick.
Yes.
You wrap it around. Now, what do you think you do with this in dwile flunking?
You try to hit people with it?
Kind of. So let's say I'm on team A and you're on team B. So my whole team gets in a big circle and you stand in the middle
Okay.
from your team. And what happens is we take the stick and we throw the beer-soaked rag at you in the middle. And we are awarded points based on where we hit you. And you're trying to, now, you have to spin clockwise the whole time.
Oof.
And you're trying to avoid
Being hit.
getting hit while spinning and while we are throwing, but we're throwing it off of a stick.
Sounds like a bunch of drunk idiots.
That's what it is, yes.
Like, thought of this game and then it turned into something long time ago. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's got some historical significance now.
Yeah, like they were probably so happy that they just won a battler. I have no idea. Literally no clue. And then they just started doing this and it just turned into a thing. Like, this is hilarious. And I don't know.
So the people throwing them are the flunkers. So that's where the name comes from.
So they have to go get the rag in the middle once it's hit them and
Yeah, I'm not
dropped.
sure how the retrieving of the rag works.
And then you put it back on a stick.
And someone else throws it. Now, if you hit the person spinning in the middle in the head, that's worth 3 points. If you hit him in the body, it's worth 2 points. You hit him in the leg, that's worth 1 point.
So, is there a time frame?
I assume so.
And
I think the rules are kind of...
does everyone have a stick?
No, I don't know if everyone has a stick or they just pass the stick around.
Or if it's like, one person gets a chance and you go around the circle.
That's probably based on how much money the local pub has, how many dribblers they have.
It's like a broken broomstick. You can find one in the corner.
Exactly. So, now if the flonker completely misses the person in the middle, that's a swagger. And that player has to drink an entire pint of beer as penalty.
Whoa. Everyone is sloshed.
Yes.
Yeah. This is great.
So, participants often dress in traditional or humorous costumes and engage in ritualistic chants or toasts before the game starts.
I feel like I want to watch this one too.
I think we need to watch all of these things.
I don't really want to watch the Iron Peanuts one.
I doubt that.
Okay.
Yeah, they all do sound quite entertaining. Shockingly, some cities have tried to ban dwile flunking,
Shocking.
but it never works because everyone just loves it too much.
I need to ask my British friends if they know what this is.
All right, last sport. Alrighty.
Alrighty.
This is Calcio Storico Fiorentino, or historic Florentine football. Now, obviously, when I say football in Italy, I'm talking about soccer in the States, but football to everyone else in the world.
Right.
So this is an ancient and highly physical sport that originated in Florence, Italy during the Renaissance. I'd be curious what our same middle boy would think about this, because he loves soccer.
Yeah, he does.
So this is a combination of soccer, rugby, and wrestling. And it's often described as one of the most intense and brutal sports played.
Yeah, it sounds like it would be absolutely terrible. Rugby is, oof.
Yeah. So it only takes place in June in Florence's Piazza Santa Croce.
Of course.
Yep. And so it's not a normal sport that happens year round. It's like
A one time.
this is a good way to end. It's like a festival and sport mixed into one. So players dress in historical costumes. There are 4 teams that represent Florence's 4 historic districts. So there's the Santa Croce team, which is blue, the Santa Maria Novella team, which is red, the Santo Spirito team, which is white, and the San Giovanni team, which is green.
Okay.
So you have 4 teams ready to battle. So this is how it works. It's played on a rectangular field that is sandy.
Okay.
You play beach volleyball.
Yeah.
You know how much harder it is to play things in the sand.
It's way hard.
Playing soccer in the sand sounds terrible. Now, I don't know how deep the sand is, but
Right.
It's about 100 yards by 50 yards. So roughly like a U.S. football field size.
Okay.
And they play it in front of this certain church there.
Okay.
So there's 4 teams, but obviously only 2 play at a time.
Okay.
So each one of those teams has 27 players.
Okay. Interesting.
And the goal is to get the ball into the opponent's net by any means necessary.
So you can run it in, you can kick it in, you can...
Yeah, I'm not sure if you have to kick it, if it's like soccer in that way. And then the other sports are all in defensive moves. I think it is. I think what it means by any means necessary is it gets pretty violent. You know, like in soccer, you hit someone without hitting the ball, it's a penalty. I don't think there's any penalties here.
Right.
So,
but in rugby, you can hold the ball as long as you're passing.
this is true.
Like,
So,
forward, backward.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I assume that it's still played with your feet since it's still football.
Okay.
The game is divided into 2 50-minute halves with no substitutions, even for injuries.
Whoa. But they have 27 people on the field all at one time. Oh, this is absolute mayhem. I don't want to watch this.
Oh, wait, here we go. So unlike modern soccer or football, players can use their hands and feet to control the ball, and tackle and wrestle, and other combat moves are permitted.
Okay.
So here's about the only thing that aren't allowed. You can't sucker punch people.
Okay.
You can't kick to the head.
Okay.
And fighting out of play is prohibited. So you can't be like, the ball's over there, you can't fight someone else over here. But organized brawls are part of the game.
Why would we want to be playing in this?
Because it's cultural and historical.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't want anyone that I knew or loved to be playing in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So each goal is worth a point. Team with the most points at the end wins. If a player accidentally throws the ball over the goal, the opposing team gets half a point. And I would like that in real soccer because so many shots are so crappy and they go flying over.
Half
It'd be
a
nice
point?
if you had to get penalized for your crappy shots.
Never heard of half points, though.
Now, super brutal, super physical, super bloody. What do you think you win if your team wins? What would be an appropriate prize for surviving that?
A soccer ball with spikes.
No, that would be really good. That's what I would give out if I was in charge of it.
Like an iron soccer ball with spikes.
It's an Iron Phallus, actually.
No, it's not.
Full circle. No, you're right. It's not. You would think it'd be like a big monetary prize or something. The winning teams win a cow. A living cow.
That's
which
cool.
probably was a huge deal back for most of humanity.
They haven't changed that prize.
Yeah.
The prize is still the same from...
It's a special kind of cow. I don't remember what kind it was. I looked it up. It's an all-white, pretty cow, which I'm sure, again, back in the day was a really big prize.
So the problem that I have with that is there are 27 people on this team.
I think they get 27 cows.
Oh,
I think they all get a
each
cow.
get a cow.
I could be
better.
wrong, but I think they all get
No,
a
that's
cow.
better. Because I'm like, how are we? Are we just like,
Yeah, 'cause then the next
everyone
day-
gets 1/27th of the cow?
So the day after they win, then they all go back and they have to fight each other, and whoever wins gets the one cow.
Oh, it just continues on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's definitely not worth playing.
Okay, that part, isn't real.
Oh my gosh.
So what's your favorite historical sport or festival? If you had to attend one of these, what would you want to attend?
I like the cheese one. I think it'd be funny.
The cheese one would
There's
be
like
funny.
not a scare factor or a gross factor.
I want to participate in the Naked Man Festival.
You go ahead. I'll cheer you on from afar. I would be so curious to see how they do the baby one. Just because babies that age don't cooperate.
Yeah, you can
Unless
YouTube
they're
it. I'm sure it's all
I
over.
don't know, but it's just weird.
I think Dwyle flunking sounds like the
Yeah,
funnest
wild
sport to
flunking
play.
seems like it would be fun to. I don't think I'd call that a sport
You're right. Game.
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 Yeah. Anyway, yeah, yard game for sure. Like backyard party game.
Yeah.
We should bring it over to the United States.
Have a Dwyle flunking party.
Yeah.
Next spring.
We should just have a party, but we'll just make up something totally different. But see if people like Google it and then find out and they think that's what they're coming to, and then it's totally different.
Yes. Or we could have a neighborhood chess boxing party.
Yeah, I don't really want to be a part of that either.
Yeah, Andy would win, so it wouldn't even be fun.
He would. He would kick everyone's butt for sure.
Our neighbor across the street played professional football, and he's much, much bigger than all of us.
Yeah. Yeah, he probably has some boxing skills.
I would have to beat him in the first round of chess
Oh.
to make sure we didn't get to the boxing. Yeah, he was a bouncer for a long time.
Yeah,
so.
I feel like he knows how to handle himself in that regard. Like everyone is a knockout.
Yeah, and I'm not
wins
any good at
everything.
chess, so there's no guarantee that that would happen at all.
Yeah, no.
Actually, I can guarantee you I wouldn't beat him, I'm sure, in 4 minutes.
I have no idea his chess skills.
Even if he's no good, I don't think I could beat him in 4 minutes just because
Oh.
I'm no good.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I get it.
And
Yeah,
then he
I don't
would
want to be a
kill
part
me
of that. I
in
don't want
boxing.
to. I don't want to watch it because I don't like watching boxing.
I would just have to just run around and stay away from him for 3 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, they're all pretty weird and sort of interesting at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. I have to go pick up a child from wrestling practice, which Ethne hates.
No, I just don't like watching it. I don't hate it. I don't like watching it.
So, everyone, have a fabulous, fabulous day. We're going to go do some fun stuff with our family this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
It should be good.
It will be good.
So, everyone have a wonderful week. We will be back next week, and we will talk to you later. Goodbye.
Goodbye.